to get that experience from the other region and then utilize it in the Central Asian region, and how during the chairmanship of Tajikistan, the energy was brought into the focus of IFAS. Well, as today earlier, Mr. Signore said, energy interconnectivity is key for energy security. So building these kind of discussions and platforms for negotiating the issues around energy should also bring some added security into the region. Also stressing out the point that donors' activities are well in line with the ASBP4. Now, just with this point, I would like to turn our attention to one of our major sources in the region that contains huge capacity of mentorship and is just awaiting to be tapped, the non-governmental sector. So I would like to invite Ms. Kirilenko, distinguished leader of the environmental movement BIOM in Kyrgyzstan and chair of Global Coalition Council. Ms. Kirilenko, from the perspective of the non-governmental sector, could you elaborate on the angle regarding the key challenges of climate change in Central Asia? Furthermore, we are eager to hear your thoughts on how the proposed solutions by Team Europe initiative align with the goals and initiatives within the non-governmental sector. Please, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Dear ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to say that it's a big honor for me to speak here. And especially we in the Central Asia Pavilion. Just several years ago, it was a dream to have such place, but now it's reality, and it's really important for all of us. As you know, Central Asia, one of the most vulnerable region on the planet. But climate change, it's not just about weather and CO2 emission. Climate change is about people. And now we're talking about well-being, about 75 million people who live here in this region. More of them, about 24% of them are youth. The loss of glaciers is the most dangerous damage in the region. According to some forecasts, glaciers important for agriculture could disappear by 90% by the end of the century. Water, food shortage have potential increased conflict and migration in our region. The World Bank predicted that up to 2.5 million migrants will live in Central Asia. Climate is about people. We as a public organization understand all the risk of climate change and stand shoulders to shoulders with our national government to solving this complex of problem. Therefore, we pushing ambition, we monitoring decision, and to do this, we have united network, exchanging experience and positive practice in region, widely using experience of European Commission. And of course, I would like to thank you, European countries, for supporting of our region. For example, with support of Euro Commission, we realized a project, Youth Climate Change Resilience. It was a very important project for us, for civil society, which involved more than 5,000 people in climate discourse and increasing action. The project in partnership with UNDP, integrated youth and women issue, is in NDC of Kyrgyzstan. The project was implemented more than 20 initiatives in mountain community to adapt climate change and include renewable energy and energy efficiency. We want to draw attention that we need project for support networking in regional level. Civil society initiative, it would be help form new inter-country connection, which can work as a safety belt on climate change. It is important to implement a project, as my colleague mentioned before, working in the intersectoral sphere and connect different types of discourses, both at the level of scientific understanding and concrete activity practice. it is important to link issue between inequality, conflict, gender issue, climate change, biodiversity conservation, environmental safety, and problem of human rights. We concern that number of initiatives in Central Asia, including legislative level, are narrow the space of opportunity of public organization, which will reduce effectively of implementation of climate measures in country. We call our country to recognize the contribution of civil society and work together. I would like to highlight Aarhus Convention instruments. This instrument must be integrated into climate policy on all levels in Central Asia region. We are impressed that the decision on loss and damage was made in the first day of the conference, and local community are declared our recipients. And we need the simple procedure, less bureaucratic, and more open access to resources for the local community. Today, the Silk Road should become a road along which new technology, green skills, knowledge move adapt to climate change, and they should be accessible for everyone. Climate change requires new skills, as I told before, and access to healthcare for all. With the support of European Union was improved safety environment, safety education environment in the Kyrgyz Republic, for example, to improve the adaptation school to climate change. It is necessary to continue this work on the regional level. Development project and financial support for cooperation and synergy between academic community, what my colleague told before, especially Thorsten, and civil society and local community. It is extremely effective. In our country, two main values are people and preserve nature ecosystem. We against false solution. Forest are not plantation. Plantation are not forests. Biofuel, it's not our decision. And we necessarily need financial support to preserve nature ecosystem as a base of life, as the main mechanism for creation river in our region. Thank you for your attention.